Everyone, look below me. Look who's here. Elle is back.
I
know
am
that's
back.
what you've all been waiting for.
You guys.
You guys have been non-stop asking about it every single episode, which has made me feel unloved. Just a little bit.
We love you, Josh. I was asking every week. Well, I already knew where you were. I knew where to tune into. Hey, you got your Starfleet shirt on. You did.
I do.
I saw your post on our inner circle asking for shirt recommendations, and that was the one you posted, right?
Yeah. This is the first one that I had in there that I bought. I also got an Aliens shirt for the Nostromo.
Oh, nice.
That's really cool. I'm still looking for new ones though. I got a couple of good recommendations on there, but I need some more. Send me some like Power Ranger shirts or some like Toku stuff. I need more nerdy clothes.
That is true. Also, I saw MJ Spud. Are you still in the chat? Like, my computer's a little far away with my new setup, but I swear I saw you in there. It's been a while, bro.
He is.
I'm glad you're able to join. It's been super long. I hope you're well. What have you been up to, Corey? This is our first show together, isn't it?
Yeah, I just got home.
Where were you?
A minute ago, so I'm like, I'm still trying to get myself together. But yeah, I had to go pick up these pictures. I got some pictures framed for my room. It's still nice. Under construction. You can't see it because of the Ginga Man back here. But
I know. Maybe one of these days you can give us a tour. Like, I'm always curious about like people's rooms just to see.
You know, I moved into my place a little over a month and a half ago, 2 months ago now, I guess. But I've been away so much that I haven't actually been able to set anything up in here. So it's still, I've still got like boxes in the corner with stuff. None of my posters are hung up yet. Because I need to buy furniture so I can figure out where I'm going to like hang my stuff and put shelves up so that I can actually go into my storage unit and get everything out. Hopefully by November I'll be able to start doing that.
Are you in a gym or an office? What is your actual background?
I don't actually know. I think it's an office.
It looks like some kind of app developer text.
Right?
Space.
I just kind of grabbed one of the random backgrounds that Skype had.
Man, I need to figure out how to do backgrounds so you guys don't have to see all of this. I hate that my bed is in the shot. My room is quite small. So, but yeah, I'm super excited that we are back. I've been keeping up every week with Lost Galaxy. It has been actually a really good season. I know that everyone was hyping up In Space, and that was fantastic, but I feel like this one is actually really good too.
Yes, I don't want to say Space is overrated, but I mean, people overlook Lost Galaxy because like Space was kind of like think of Space as like a giant what word I'm looking for.
You know, to me it kind of feels like In Space was the climax of that, and Lost Galaxy feels like it's like the epilogue. So like this is one of like the 30 endings at the end of Return of the King, like after you've seen Frodo and Samwise get together and then they're on the boat and then like Aragorn is king. So like this feels like we're finally at the end of that, because it still feels like the rest of the first like 5 or 6 seasons to me. Because like we still have the Astro Megazord is still there. It doesn't really feel different. Skull or Bulk is still there, so like it doesn't really feel like
Skull's been gone.
A completely different thing to me.
I always think the word I was looking for was pilot.
Pilot?
Sorry. Yeah, like Space was a giant pilot series. So like all the space stuff,
like as a single
figured it out, and right. So now they're doing it a second time. So they worked out all the kinks last season, so now things are a little fleshed out.
I guess so. I mean, I feel like it still took a while for the characters to get fully likable in this season, but I think they've all grown on me, like in the past 20 episodes, because I think I dropped off of this show in like the first few, but yeah, I actually genuinely like all of them. I feel like Kendrix grew on me the most from the beginning, because she had like no characterization. She just kind of seemed like, oh my god, I love boys. And I want strong female characters, and I really thought she was going to be like, I hate to say it, a Catherine on the show, but she really kind of grew into her own. I actually really, really like her now. So I'm super excited. And this whole thing with Magnum Defender is amazing. Like, I love this story and his Zika virus kid. Like, man, it's so good.
Don't be dissing Zika.
So since
I'm waiting for like a father-son cosplay. Like, that has to be the cutest family cosplay to have Magnum Defender and Zika.
What was the last episode that you were on the show for?
I actually don't remember.
I want to say it was somewhere around
I've been
episode
watching
like 10 or 11.
Yeah, it was probably around there.
So between then and now, from what you've seen up until this, what's been your favorite episode?
You know, I'm really bad with remembering which episodes are which. I kind of want to. I really like this two-parter. We kind of want to jump into it. We're gonna. It's a little bit of a shorter stream today, but I really like seeing that Mike has returned, that he has powers, he's not dead. I finally feel like this is wrapping up the first couple episodes where they got their powers, finally.
Yeah, no, I agree. But before we continue, I just want to address, MJ Spud has given us a super chat. Thank you very much. And he says, Elle, nice hair.
Thank you. I have my fan on because it's like 95 degrees over here, so I got my locks flowing.
See, again, I'm not feeling the love. Like, no one's saying anything about my hair.
Well, you got to grow out your beard so you can have like your beard in the wind as we talk.
Do some like Gimli dwarf beard type thing going on.
Yes. Put some flowers in there, a little bit of glitter, and then you're Instagram worthy, my friend.
It's been a while.
Like, ramen out of your beard.
I had when I first moved out to LA, my beard was probably down to about here. But
oh man, that's actually really impressive. What are we gonna do for Corey though? Corey needs to get the mustache. You can grow like a giant villain's mustache.
Facial hair is real patchy. I tried so hard.
Did we ever have a ranger like a ranger with facial hair?
Usually one of the older rangers. He's not a ranger. Wolf Warrior. Liambo.
What season was that?
He's not a pirate. Mystic Force.
Okay.
Oh
yeah.
And Tommy had a soul patch.
Oh, that's right.
Right.
Right. Because it was the comic book was Soul Patch of the Dragon, right?
Yes.
If you want to write that fan fiction, I'm sure there'll be at least 5 people who will read it.
I'll talk to Joe. Maybe we can make a spinoff. Anyway, so back to the Galactabeasts episodes. Yeah, which we've been trying to talk about here for the past 3 weeks now. Sorry it's taken us so long. I know you guys probably watched this a while ago, like I did. But so I enjoyed these episodes, but at the same time, there was some stuff in it that I was a little disappointed with.
No surprise. Do you want to talk about your disappointment?
So, well, usually
let's start with the negative and end on the highlights.
So for me, like usually my negatives are something about like pacing or just
continuity,
continuity, story evolution, something like that. With this one, it was really just the way the Galactabeasts got introduced and Kendrix, because like I feel like they got the the Galacta book at the end of episode 18, and she starts looking through it. We meet these new Megazords that the villain is using against them, and for some reason the Galactabeasts aren't attacking them, and we can't figure out why. Like I knew within like 2 minutes. The title of the episode was The Lost Galactabeasts. We get 2 new Megazords. It's got to be them.
Was it 2 or was it 3?
There was a third
2 Megazords and a Carrierzord.
Yeah, the Carrierzord.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay.
The shark that showed up kind of at the end of episode 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just seemed like it seemed like usually I'm complaining about things happening too quickly. Here, it just felt like it took way too long for her to figure out that these 2 Megazords that they were fighting were the ones that they were actually looking for the entire time.
One thing I never understood is why they didn't try to low-key commandeer the Galaxy book so they can study it on the megaship instead of, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they kind of take scans of all the Power Ranger stuff, go back to the megaship and do their own study, and then cross-reference with what the other scientists are pulling up, on Terra Venture.
Oh, that is a really good point. I kind of just accept a lot of things at this point as like Power Ranger logic. I'm not gonna lie, like that is a super valid point. Yeah. And now that you say that, I can't unthink that. But man, I accepted that for no reason. I think I've been watching Power Rangers too long at this point.
I've been watching this show since its inception. And I'm like, I question everything. I'm like, that's dumb. That's some people just watch the show. Oh, that's so cool. I'm like, no, it wasn't.
Dude, I think I started off too critical, and now I'm like, hey, this is all better than. Yeah.
It looks like we're buffering a little bit.
Turbo. Turbo is my least favorite.
So I want to address the chat here really quick. First, the Blur has given us a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. He says the last retro with ELLE was Meet the Galactabeasts. So it was actually the first one where we met them.
When we first.
So now
it was, and I was all those Zords, the kitties, like that one looks so janky in its animal form.
And now, so that
it was so bad.
So that means that I've got a question for you now, something that I've been talking about with both Corey and Daniel before Daniel moved over to the other show. But before I do that, also it does look like we're lagging, guys. It sounds like our audio is good, but the video is kind of behind a little bit. It looks like that may be an internet issue. Because it's telling me we've had 97% of our frames skipped over the last 2 minutes, so I apologize for that. Hopefully that
is a lot of frames.
Yeah, hopefully that will resolve itself. If not, I'll see what I can do to fix it here in a minute. But something Corey was just kind of like when I asked him this. So the Galactabeasts are actual animals, and then they convert and they look like they're wearing like some sort of armor or like their skin is being peeled off and it's robot underneath. And then they transform into the Megazord. So when they are they actual animals and the Megazords are made up of their bones, or are they robots?
Well, they're mystical animals who wear mystical armor. So magic is like has no logic. So there you go. Don't dig too deep into it.
Like I want to get an X-ray.
I like that explanation.
I want an X-ray of one of the Megazords just to see. Like I don't know if you guys have
random bones like a child's skull where you see all the extra teeth inside and you're like, what?
Like the cutting halves they do in the Telebi magazines.
It's like I just
have Godzilla in his bones.
I just recently saw I don't know if you guys know the video game Fall Guys that came out like maybe a month or so ago.
Yes.
They released the skeletal structure of what a Fall Guy looks like, and it like blew up the internet for a couple of days because it's just like this really bizarre skeleton inside of this like Teletubby like body. So like that, I want to see that for the Megazords. Like I just want to see like their bones like in all weird directions trying to make the shape.
See, I thought like the animal portion of it, I imagined something like Akira, where it's like the amalgamation and like all like this flesh is joining together.
They just like
like inside it is just like a gooey, gross mess of like animal parts.
That'd be great. I want to see. Yeah, now I want to see like a Megazord without the armor on the outside.
I think now that I think about it, I think maybe they're made of. I don't want to say made of energy, but like. If you were to destroy a Galactabeast, it will burst into energy. So I don't think it's like flesh and stuff. You get what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe they're like
it was
like
just
golems.
A weird thing.
Like golems are like made out of clay, so there's really no structure there for it.
Yeah.
MJ Spud
gave
us another.
This is one of the first.
Super chat. He just said, "Just smile and wave." So
is that how we're frozen?
Yeah, probably
on our stream.
I think we're okay now.
Okay.
Metal Ryan Gaming gave us $5 super chat. Thank you again.
Whoa,
Ryan. And he says that we should play Among Us. I know Toku Kid was talking about us getting together and playing that last weekend. So
Jezzer too.
Yeah. So we'll give that a shot.
Dude, that game is going to be super fun. I have a feeling, Corey, you look like someone that would be a terrible liar. So I feel like automatically I'd be like, yo, Corey's sus. Everyone would just ship him out.
It just depends on the situation and how much trouble I'm in, if I'm a good liar or not.
Okay, we'll try and put that together. We could probably do something for that over in like sometime in the next week or so. We'll see.
Yeah, that game is super fun. I love watching people argue.
I haven't played it yet.
I haven't played it, but I love watching people play. That game looks amazing.
So back to the Galactabeasts. So outside of these random issues that I had with the timing, overall I actually enjoyed the episodes. I thought they were fun. I enjoyed seeing these new upgrades that we got, and now having more Megazords to kind of fight beyond them. I always like seeing the villain go no at the end. I like that Scorpius has a new enemy now that maybe we'll see teaming up with the Rangers against him. I don't know. I would assume that might happen at some point.
Deviot, right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, where are we?
So what about you guys? What did you like? What didn't you like about these episodes?
I don't know. I thought it was super interesting to see Kai and Damon kind of have like their little bonding moment. Kai was a dick to him in like the first part of the episode where he was like, "Hurry up, fix my thing," and I was like, "Dude, chill." Like he's doing it. It's not his fault that you decided to cook, leave the stove on, and leave like an irresponsible adult, Kai. Like that's a you problem, my friend. But I mean, other than that, like I thought that was fun.
One thing, this is more of an overall thing of Lost Galaxy. Like, Damon is always working on these electric cars, and he'll just be greased up. I'm like, bro, where's all this grease coming from? And you working on an electric car?
Well, you know what I mean? He's a mechanic. How else are you going to know that he's a mechanic unless he's covered in grease?
It's true. The electric cars, like those, what do you call them? Like the lichen scars, like the electricity scars. It's just not as attractive as being all like hot and greased up. That is true, though. Their little golf carts just kind of remind me of something off like Catalina Island or something where you're not allowed to have like actual vehicles. So they just drive these little golf carts from place to place.
So one of the other things that I'm kind of curious about now too is what else is in the Galacta book. Like what other information is in there that might be coming up later in the series?
Spoilers?
No, I don't. No direct spoilers, but is there new stuff, or is that just like a one and done? Like
no, there are two things in this book that they reference. And the other ones is a spoiler, and the other thing is this.
Okay. Yeah. How long do we have to wait to get back to it?
Let me check Netflix real quick.
Yeah, as you're doing that, like I was super curious, like why wouldn't they try to mend the pages that they knew how to fit to begin with? Because Kendrix had like all the ripped, torn pages in the front, and it was like, whoa, midway through this episode, look what magically fits. And I was like, shouldn't you try to fix the book first?
That was also really weird to me when Maya came in and she like quickly hid the page. I was like, why are you hiding that page from Maya? Because then she just like pulls it out like another minute later when she's like, I figured like look at these Galactabeasts. I'm like,
I mean, why hide it in the first place? If she's not a Power Ranger, what are you hiding?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was just like I kind of understood that it was okay. Well, she's hiding it just in case it wasn't Maya that came in, but she knew that it was Maya that was coming in, or at least I had assumed that she knew that it was her. So it was just kind of a weird moment.
But yeah,
I was also.
We're not going to hit up the Galaxy book again until episode 35.
Okay, so like 10 episodes away, 15 episodes away from here. Yeah. That's not too bad. We've waited longer for payoffs of other things like Phantom Ranger and
that's
actually never really paid off.
That's towards the end of the series though, because we have 43 episodes in this season?
Yeah, 45 episodes.
45 episodes. Yeah, so we should actually be to that episode in the next like month. Maybe month and a half.
It depends on if we do 2 to 3.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It depends how many episodes and if we skip weeks, but we should be there pretty soon. Question. So Maya, she's the one that kind of knows like the traditions of all of the Galactabeasts and stuff in the first place. How did it not get passed down orally that there was just extra Galactabeasts? Does she like not know? Like how is only some of these traditions?
Like the back end of production, I heard was pretty bad. Because apparently, the show is called Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. Mm-hmm. So they get their powers from the Lost Galaxy. Like, we're not there yet. I don't know if you want me to bring that up or not.
But that's interesting. But that's where Maya is from, right?
No, Marinoy is not in the Lost Galaxy, but it was supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
If you remember, if you look at Marinoy, like in episode 1,
right,
and then when you see it again, the space it's surrounding it is different. So it's like continuities, because you can tell that's where they were going,
right?
And then they abandoned it because the whole portal opens and she ends up on the moon, and it's that whole weird portal thing back and forth.
Yeah,
and then they dropped that off.
Well,
interesting. I probably would have just dismissed it as like continuity error.
Yeah,
it's fine. But yeah, I was confused because she's the one that kind of knows about this. Her people was talking about it, the whole Sword in the Stone King Arthur thing, and I was like, how did they not know that there were just extra Galactabeasts out there? But I guess like my major question at the end of both of these episodes is like, so who are these new Power Rangers gonna be? Is there anyone? Do they have to be anyone? You know what I mean? But they're introducing beasts, so I'm guessing they're going to introduce at least 2 more Rangers. No.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I don't.
Oh wait, really?
No, there's only the 5 and Magna Defender.
Oh, okay.
And so, Magna Defender already has the Taurizord.
Yeah. So the other beasts don't have magical powers to imbue other humans with?
Super Sentai tradition, you get the main Megazord, and then you get the extra Megazord, and sometimes you may get the extra 1 or extra 2. So
so he's
they
more
just
like
throwing in robots to sell toys.
Okay, so he's like a blue Centurion, kind of like a side. I'm just a robot character that comes randomly to battle.
I'm assuming they were in the Sentai footage, so they needed to make use of them.
Okay. Makes sense. Story checks out.
I want to jump back over to the chat here really quick. The Blur sent us another $2 super chat. He says,
thanks so much.
It's going back to when we were talking about Damon being all greasy. He said, this proves that when Damon morphs, he gets clean afterwards.
No, he doesn't. He got more.
Damon's always
so when he demorphs, he's greasy again.
Yes, he's
greasier.
Yeah,
that's how he like slips into his Zord, man. He has to like grease up first to fit into all that animal fleshy robot.
That tracks.
Megazord.
That tracks.
With all that white in their apartment, you think they'll see like his greasy hand stains everywhere.
Man, I just feel bad for him though, because I feel like the parts that I always remember, like they're always kind of like mean to Damon, and I don't know why. Like he's like the nicest, most helpful. Like he's the reason why anything works at any given time, and they're like, dude, give him a break, man. He's like working all day and night. Like Kai, all you had to do was cook dinner and shut off the stove before you left, and you've done fucked that up. Like, oh, sorry, this is a kid's one. You done messed that up. So.
That's fine.
I dropped the end a few episodes ago. It's all right.
So what did you guys think of the villain Deviot from these episodes?
I don't know. I can't take him seriously, man. He has that like frilly collar, like I don't know, Elizabethan age weird collar thing, and I'm just like, man, you don't look like a villain. And I'm superficial, and I want you to look like a villain, but that dude just looks like man. I don't know.
He looks kind of like he's out of a carnival.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I can't take that full seriously. Like,
clown.
Yeah. What did you guys think? Do you think he's good? But
I mean, love hate. Like he's a mother effer. Like he's like a Starscream.
Yeah, that's entirely what I was getting.
Your butt if he get, he has a moment coming up that's pretty cool. So
okay,
yeah, he's like.
So I feel like Ecliptor for me was like, dang, that is some good villain. This dude is a freaking choke.
Like I think for me with him the whole thing, like he was as himself, he was kind of like whatever. But there is the whole thing with him and the remote control thing that he then passed off to the other guy. I was like, why would you do that? Just like hang out somewhere in the background.
Power.
Keep like keep control of them, and then because then his little minion guy just goes and destroys it. I'm like, well, now you guys are kind of screwed.
The villain, the monster in this episode is one of my favorites.
Really?
Hardtochoke. His name is Hardtochoke, like artichoke.
Yeah.
I love it.
He was right.
It was one of those things where I was like, he looks tasty, I guess. Like he's the one, like, I'm trying to think. It's like he has like tiger stripes on him, right? Or am I thinking of someone else?
Was that him?
I thought like on the sides.
I should have rewatched the episodes this morning. It's been 3 weeks since I watched them now. I think that's right.
Yeah, he's
I know it's been a couple of weeks.
The monster vegetables and he got claws.
But yeah, I'm just like, dude, some of these monsters are super weak looking. Like that dude, just toss them as a salad. Like they could have had like some weird puns, like old school Power Ranger puns of like, we're gonna toss you, and then just like they have like a giant fork and spoon.
Like, that was Mighty Morphin, wasn't it?
Was it?
I think that was one of the Mighty Morphin episodes.
I feel like it is. Mighty Morphin had the most ridiculous villains and the most ridiculous puns and like comebacks of like, I can't even think of them, but they're super funny.
Jezzer would know. Jezzer, which ranger said, "I'm gonna toss your salad"? If Daniel's still here, he would know too. So that's something that he would remember.
We're just like making this all up, but man,
it might be.
It's true. I miss those old villains though. Like, especially this one was a little ridiculous to me. It reminds me of like pumpkin wrapper and like, I'm going to just put pumpkins on your head. And this is I don't know. I'm not feeling the villains in this one. Like Turbo. Even, it was Turbo.
Oh okay. Yes. The pizza episode. Yeah.
Selwyn Ward.
Oh man.
I remember now.
I only vaguely remember Turbo, but that was one of the few things that I did remember.
Turbo was freaking terrible. Turbo was definitely my least favorite.
Second half of Turbo.
It was against the pizza monster.
TJ and everyone else showed up. It was more tolerable.
Grant Martinez just gave us a $4.99 super chat. Might as well be $5. Thank you.
Woo.
Thank you so much. He says,
thanks so much.
Maybe the bookkeeper or the old guy that told the stories owned the 3 other Zords. Like the Merlin type guy.
His name is.
Come on, you can do it.
I don't remember. Jira.
His
name is Jira. You don't find that out until the last episode.
Okay, so names and stuff. I don't remember that. The names of the Zords, I don't remember. I'm so bad at all of this like Power Ranger stuff. I'm like, I barely remember the character names.
I'm an encyclopedia. Don't just ask me. I'll probably know.
All right, well,
I'm like the Josh Whedon of Power Rangers.
Joss Whedon. It's short for Joseph.
Joseph Whedon.
Man, that's so weird. Also, when I found out like Jodie's real name, I was like, what? I don't accept this. Just like for Josh, I was joking with Josh one time, actually. I was like, man, it'd be really weird to find out if your real name was actually Joshua. And he was like, well, that is my name. I was like, oh, that's weird. I really thought your legitimate, like your actual name was just Josh.
I mean,
it's always trippy to me to find out.
I've been going by Josh since I was like 3, so it works.
Okay.
It's just the legal. Jared Hodges says that Deviot is just a super shady version of Darkonda.
No, Darkonda was cool. Deviot,
Darkonda, yeah.
Like I said, a cyber clown.
The Blur wants to know if you are going to buy the pumpkin wrapper figure, and he asked that with a $2 super chat. So again, thank you, we appreciate it.
Thanks so much. I am actually trying to cut down on my collecting. As you can see, like my little area is already packed with like stuff, and not including the rest of my room that is filled with stuff. I am trying to cut down on figures so much. I really love the pumpkin wrapper though, but most of my storage space is spent on cosplays instead of figurines.
I've been buying a lot of figures recently. Like I just put them away in my closet because again, I gotta wait till I buy stuff where I can put these out. But I just put away. Like I bought the 17-inch Baby Yoda Funko thing.
cute.
The comic bug had they had bought like someone's old collection. They had a couple of action figures from the Tick animated series back in the 90s. So I bought the 2 action figures from Tick versus the Common Cold because that's like one of my favorite episodes. I got a Tron action figure because they just released a new one of those. An Iron Giant, like a 12-inch of him. Because
Does this
one of my
favorite
animated movies.
Is that the one with the eyes light up and you get a little tiny mini Hogarth figure? Like, that's probably easily lost.
I think that's one. I need to double check the box, but I'm pretty sure that's it.
Man, they're so good. The Power Ranger ones though, like they're so good. Like the Ranger Slayer, like I love a lot of the figures that come out, but it's one of those rabbit holes where if you start collecting, it's like my mentality of like you got to catch them all. It's definitely like the Pokemon mentality where like I can't start. Like I have all of my figures from when I was a kid that I used to show off. So I think I have my Dragonzord back there. But I have my Dragonzord, I have my Megazord, I have all the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, I have Goldar, I have like Babu. But
the only Ranger thing I have right now, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it with my background, is this.
The Megazord.
Megazord. It's a letter opener, so the sword comes out.
Oh man, are we all showing our figures? I want to grab my.
That's the only one that I got. While Elle is looking for a figure, I'm gonna ask you guys in the chat. Let us know what your ratings are for these 2 episodes, because we are getting ready to close out. So Corey, I'm going to start with you. If you were to rate these 2 episodes, which you are going to rate these 2 episodes, what is your score going to be? Oh, that's pretty dope.
I also have all of my 3 original like Pogs. I used to collect Pogs a lot. So I have all my Power Ranger Pogs.
A Power Coin Slammers would be pretty dope.
Yeah, Power Coin Pogs. Some of those are Power Coins.
They are. These are 1 of 10. This must have been a collector from something. Oh no, 1994 trademark from Saban, collector edition.
Nice.
Not in very good condition though.
Come take your Dragonzord, Elle. Don't go to sleep.
Dude, I'm actually really sad because my Megazord, like I lost the pterodactyl because like my cousins and stuff, I grew out of it at a certain point from Power Rangers. So I gave it to all of my younger cousins, and so like a lot of my figures are missing their weapons, and I'm missing the pterodactyl for my Megazord, which I'm kind of sad. Every time for PMC, all of those conventions that come around, I do look for my missing pieces, but I'm like, man, do I really need to spend like $20 on this one piece? That like. Yeah. That's why I don't have my Megazord on display, because he's not complete.
All right. So Corey.
Dragonzord battle mode. You don't need it.
What's your score?
It was 3.
3? 3 for both? Overall?
Yes.
Elle, what about you?
I'm actually going to give this one a 4. I like the whole idea of finding Mike. I like the idea that, he's Magnum Defender and he was alive, and we have Leo, so we have kind of a full team. During the first half of the episodes, I was like, where is Mike? I guess he's just doing his normal duties on the ship. And I like how everyone was just like, where were you? We didn't think you were dead. We just thought you were like MIA, but it's cool that you're back. I thought that was a little dismissive. I was hoping for a little more emotion,
right, where
there.
They were just like, the one dude was just like, where were you? And then the I don't know her name, the woman on the on the council was just like, doesn't matter, he's back.
Yeah, but I kind of thought I would have assumed, they would have asked Kai or Kendrix or, whoever. It's like, dude, he died. And they would have had a funeral. So I thought it was going to be like this huge emotional climax. And they just like dismissed it. So that's the reason for me why this 2-parter is not getting a 5.
I don't think they knew that he was dead. From the way they were talking, it sounded like they thought he was just left behind on the moon.
He just left him on the moon.
Yeah, but they never sent hey, let's go get him. Like not a recon mission or anything, like whatever the term is. But you're not supposed to leave him behind, And if it was as simple as that, I would assume they would have like sent out like at least a small scouting team to like go recover him. So in my head, all this time, I thought everyone assumed he was dead. So when they were like, oh, whatever. And he was like all worried of like, oh no, what if they don't let me back in? I was like, they think you're back from the dead, man. This is going to be the most climactic, epic like reunion ever. And then it was really, really lackluster.
You know what would have been better if the practice moon was attacked. So that way he could have been like, oh, I was captured by Scorpius and a Power Ranger saved me. Problem solved.
Yeah.
You know,
that would have been really fun.
They didn't do that.
It's Power Rangers, so you know. I'm going to give the episode. I don't know, like somewhere between a 3.5 and a 4. So I'm gonna say 3.75, just to be pedantic. Most of the reason that I'm knocking it down is just because like I said, I feel like Kendrix should have been able to figure out what they were a lot faster than she did, and it was just bizarre to me that they didn't realize that sooner.
Well, they couldn't translate it though. She wanted to confirm. Maybe she had an inkling. That's what they all were, but you just don't know. Like, it's old sacred text in a language that they can't translate. You know, she doesn't want to jump to conclusions. She's not one of those people.
Yeah, but even then,
because I like Kendrix.
When it was confirmed, you just had like the scanner thing going up and down on the screen, and then it came up at the top saying confirmed. I was like, okay.
Did she like? She discovered the lost Galactabeasts were the Zords using the Galaxy book?
Yeah, she scanned the pages into the computer, and she had the computer analyzing them.
That doesn't make any sense, because, like, why would the Galaxy book know who the 3 Zords were if they were made recently?
Oh, well, no, they weren't. They were the missing Galactabeasts that were in the book.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why would the book know if Deviot just turned them into freaking robots like a year ago?
Were they didn't? So wait, so you're saying that the Galactabeasts weren't always able to turn into Megazords?
No, I mean, if they were, they wouldn't look like that. Like Deviot, he kidnapped the 3 Galactabeasts and he turned them into freaking cyborgs. They can't turn back into animals. He freaking chopped them up and turned them into cars.
I didn't know that they couldn't turn back, because we didn't see them at the end of the second episode.
They can't turn back. No,
because that's
like when they do their special move, you see like the spirit of their animal, like their animal spirit behind the Megazord. Huh. But they can't turn back. They stuck.
That was one of my other complaints, was at the end of the episode when you see the original Galactabeasts that they had found, you don't see the new ones. Like they're nowhere to be found. So I had assumed that they were. I didn't know that they couldn't turn back. So maybe he wasn't able to return them to their animal form. So he just permanently made them in their Zord form.
Yeah, he just turned them into machines, and he was going to pawn them off on a pirate or whatever.
Yeah. So
how does that happen though? But they're like real animals, or like spirits or energy.
He had found them in their animal form in space, so maybe he just wasn't able to.
They were dormant. They're like, in stasis or whatever.
Yeah, so maybe he just wasn't able to fix their animal form, so he just permanently made them their Megazord versions.
Something
okay.
Like
I don't know.
I assume like if they had Zord forms that they wouldn't be Megazords, just like the lion turned into a robot lion, so it would turn into a robot phoenix, not necessarily
an actual phoenix.
5 planes that turn into a phoenix robot.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'll defer to what Blackwing was saying earlier. It's Power Rangers, don't ask questions.
Yeah.
Going into the ratings of the chat, the Blur says that he gives the episodes a D, but he gives us an A. Thank you.
I love that.
Let's see. Jared Hodges gives it a 3. Edward Sanchez gives them a 4. It looks like that is it from our chat ratings. But Terrence Gentry says that he'll be 27 on October 20th. So happy early birthday! My sister's birthday is the day after you on the 21st. So
super cool! Maybe in a couple weeks. Hopefully we'll remember. We'll give you a birthday shout out on either the 18th or the 25th. Oh wait, we're on Saturdays now. Just kidding. Sorry, COVID has me all these switching. I don't know. Every day is the same.
We'll get there. So next week, Corey, what do we have to look forward to next week? I know you've got your Netflix up there.
Let me see. Let me get back to episode 20.
And
here we go.
21.
So next is Heir to the Throne and an Evil Game. So that's 21, 22.
Okay.
And then we're stuck with fillers for like 5 episodes.
Okay, so maybe
I almost feel like we should do a filler day.
Yeah. So maybe we should do 21 and 22, and then the week after that, maybe we'll see how many actual filler episodes there are, and maybe just burn through all of them.
It's only out of all of these filler episodes, 2 of them are good.
that gives me a lot of excitement to watch those. Thank you. Oh, Edward Sanchez's birthday is on Tuesday. Happy birthday, Edward!
Oh, happy birthday, Edward!
Grant Martinez gives the episodes a 6
out of 10.
I'm assuming 5. Out of 10. Out of 7.
Okay,
maybe?
that's still pretty low. Okay, that's pretty low if it's out of 10.
We'll say 6 out of 7. So all right, so that's gonna wrap us out for this week. Next week we'll be back with episodes 21 and 22. I will try to have some more notes and fun trivia goodies for us next week. I'll try and watch these before Saturday morning so that I can actually do that ahead of time. And what do we have to look forward to today? We have Star Trek Enterprise with me and Joe coming up next. We'll be talking about episode 11, which was actually a really fun episode to watch. Tomorrow we have the Illuminati Wrestling Order at 8. Maybe we'll try and do an Among Us Twitch stream either earlier in the day tomorrow or maybe later in the week. I'll have to see what my work schedule is because I work nights right now. And then next week we'll be back with everything all over again. Where can we find you guys on the social media platforms of your choice?
I am LT on Instagram. I do have a Facebook. I don't check it that often, but you can add me there too. And you can always see me on Illuminati miscellaneous things at illuminati.com.
Corey?
And Corey? I mean, this way? That way? I don't know how we're arranged.
C. Gibson Rex.
There.
Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. I'm on PSN too, so if you want to play Battle for the Grid, get whooped by Jason.
Well, we'll have to set that up too. I've got Battle for the Grid on my computer now. I've also got it on my Xbox. I don't think it's crossplay.
Does it actually run though? Last week, weren't you having an immense amount of trouble getting that game?
I was having trouble getting it to come up on the stream. Like I can get it to play on my computer just fine.
Okay.
But it was coming up.
It was just for streaming.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But if I can load it up on my Xbox, it'll be fine.
I was like, if it says as I think it is, then I could probably whoop Josh's ass, and I don't even need to download the game.
Yeah, man, that was so hard to hear. I think my problem last week was that I was trying to run it on the same machine that I was trying to live stream from, and it just wasn't having it. So you guys,
we need that new computer, Josh.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
To build that new computer.
Like, NVIDIA just announced all these new graphics cards, and now I want to wait and get those, but it's gonna be a while, so we'll see. Yeah, the Blur did beat me, but it kicked me out. It kicked us out of almost all of those games. You can find me on Twitter at Vogue on Poetry Slam. You can find me on Instagram at Vogue on Poetry Slam, although I only post once a month on there, maybe if that. I don't really use Facebook anymore, but occasionally you'll find me posting in the Illuminati's Inner Circle. And like I said, I'll be back in about 10 minutes with Joe for the Riker Maneuver Star Trek Enterprise Edition.
Thanks for joining us, guys. It feels so good to be back. I love talking to people. I love seeing you guys. We are a new date, new time. Can't wait for New Year. This year sucks, man. But until next week, I guess.
2 months. We got 2 months. 2 months.
Right? We're almost there.
Yeah.
We're almost there, you guys.
Bye, guys.
See you guys next time.